Hi everyone, it's me, Pat, and it is good to be back. Last week, I took a week of holidays because I had a chance to go sailing, and I can't think of a better way to explore the beauty of God's creation, to get to know God through my senses, than out sailing through the water. The wind, the waves, the sails flapping in the wind, looking at the cliffs and the bays, the sand, the beaches, listening to the animals. It was an awesome experience, and I was really fortunate to be able to do it. And I'm very happy to add that I get to share it with you too. I took lots of video while I was out there, and so I want to be able to use that and share my experiences of my senses, my sensory journey with you as we continue our journey together, getting to know God through our senses. This week, we're going to focus on our sense of touch, our sense of feeling. Now, these aren't the feelings that we have inside of our heart. These are the feelings that we feel on our skin, everywhere on our body.
Skin, we're covered in skin. We're in our skin gives our sense of touch. Our sense of skin, we're covered in skin. We're in our skin, can touch so much. Touch is feeling, hot or cold, so hot or touch is feeling. Rough or smooth, or rough or touch is feeling. Hard or soft for me. Skin, we're covered in skin. We're in our skin gives our sense of touch. Our sense of skin, we're covered in skin. We're in our skin, can touch so much.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? And it has 4 main receptors. That means 4 main ways that we feel things. Do you remember when we did the sense of taste? And your tongue had the 4 main areas: sweet, salty, bitter, and sour. Well, on your skin, there are 4 main types of receptors, so that depending on what it is you're touching and where on your body you're touching it, for example, you could put it on your elbow, you could put it on your lips, you could put it on your wrist, you could put it on the end of your finger, and they would all feel slightly different because you have different receptors and a different number of them on the different parts of your body. So this week, that's what we're going to explore, our sense of touch. And when I think about our sense of touch, the first Bible story that comes to mind is the story of Thomas. Do you remember that one? Well, in the 50 days after Easter, when Jesus made many appearances to, you might remember, the 2 men on the road to Emmaus, Mary Magdalene, to many of the other apostles. It was when they had breakfast on the shores after fishing that night. Well, Thomas heard about all of these, but he said, "I will not believe it until I see it and until I touch Jesus' wounds myself." Well, that happened. Touching the scars on Jesus' hands, touching the wounds on his sides from where he was held to the cross. And Thomas was a believer. Touching things makes them real. Our sense of touch is how we understand the world and how it makes it real to us. So a word that we often hear when we're talking about our sense of touch is texture. Texture is the way that things look like they would feel and how they actually do feel.
I'm so excited that you're back to join us. We're here in the desert and ready to learn.
Miss Twinkle, it's so hot here, and it's so boring.
Oh, but the desert has a lot of things that we still need to explore.
I don't see anything.
Take a closer look. Look at all the texture around us right now.
Texture?
That's right. Texture is one of the 7 elements of art and refers to how things feel or look as if they might feel if you could touch it.
Does everything have a texture?
Pardon me, little lady, but I do believe I can help answer this question. I'm Sheriff Carry Cactus, and if there's one thing my upbringing as a plant covered in sharp spines in a desert filled with gritty sand and jagged rocks has taught me, it's texture. The look, the feel, it's texture. Look at the desert around you. Imagine what it would be like to touch all the rocks, all the cacti and sand here. Wait, don't touch the cactus too much. They all have texture. It's texture. The way things feel is texture. Rocks can be rough on the surface. Small rodents are covered in fuzzy hair, and that strange fruit is waxy and bumpy. The smooth, shiny shovel has glare. That's texture. Describe the feel of texture. It's all around you, texture.
And there are lots and lots of words that describe or explain texture. So we're going to go through some of them. So all of these words are about texture. Something might feel dry. It might feel sharp. It might feel soft. It might feel scratchy or rough. It might feel hard. It might feel smooth. It might feel cold, or it might feel hot. It might feel flat or bumpy. Look at all of these words, and these are just a few. There are so many for you to explore. Something might feel silky. Something might feel wet. Something might even feel glossy. These are not all of the words that describe texture. There's lots of them. How many can you think of? I bet you could add to the list. Well, our next challenge is one that you might want to try at home with a whole bunch of different items. But what I'm going to do is get some volunteers, some familiar faces to you, and they are going to reach into a bag where I have put one single item, and using nothing but their sense of touch, checking out for the texture of what I've put in that bag, they have to see if they can figure out what it is. I don't think they'll get it. We'll give it a try. Hi everyone. Here I am in the office, and our very first volunteer to see if she can use her sense of touch to identify the object is Megan. So I'm going to give her the bag. She has to reach in and use her fingers only and see if she can figure out what it is. I don't think she could do it. Let's see. Just a minute, make sure my numbers are going. Okay, Megan, don't peek. Feel
I gotta
it.
find it first.
Yeah, they're down in the corner.
Oh, very interesting.
I think we'll give you 3 guesses.
Okay, I get 3.
Yes. Maybe tell us what you're feeling.
So it's smooth on the top.
Okay.
And a little bit rough on the bottom of it. There's 2 different sizes, but they seem to be the same thing. But one's
she's doing
bigger
very
than the
well.
other. They're light.
Oh, good
Not
one.
heavy. Okay, my first guess is gonna be a shell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's right, but they kind of feel like a shell, like a sand dollar maybe, or no, my phone's ringing, so hang on. A chip of some sort.
No, you were right.
Was I?
Take a look.
Oh, they're sand dollars.
She did very well.
Look.
Let's see how Mark does next. Okay, everyone, here's a familiar face. Okay, Mark, use your sense of touch and see You can figure out what it is.
I have to
Don't
find it.
peek.
I have to find it
Okay.
in the bag first.
And then tell us what you're feeling.
So I feel something sandpapery, like kind of rough, but there's two of them. One's big, one's small, kind of round, bumpy on the top. And it reminds me of a trip to Miracle Beach on the far east side of Vancouver Island when I was on sabbatical. I think it must be a sand dollar.
And you know what's funny is I got them when I was at Rath Trevor.
All right, so they're very, very similar. Do I get to pull it out now?
Yes, there's two in there.
There we go.
Oh, and you did a
Have that
great
marvelous
job.
walking. So they're a marvelous thing. I love collecting things on the beach.
Me
I
too.
hope you do too.
Okay, everyone. Now I'm in the library, and this is Eileen, and she is going to check out her sense of touch. So Eileen, reach into the bag. Don't peek. Tell us what you feel.
How it feels, or
Yeah, how it feels.
it feels a little bit rough on one side and fairly smooth on the other side. And it's in the shape of a little mound.
Oh, she's doing well. Do you have any guesses?
Looks a bit like a cookie would feel like.
Oh, I wish it was cookies.
But I can't think of its shape that I don't recognize.
I think we can let her peek.
Can I peek?
Yeah. Hey everyone, this is my friend Sarah, and she is here at the church today, and she is going to use her sense of touch and see how she does guessing what's in the bag.
All right, let's see. Oh, I think I know what it is.
What are you feeling?
I am feeling rough but flat. I think it's a sand dollar.
Oh, she got it right away. You were the quickest guesser. While we were sailing, one of the many stops we made was on Newcastle Island. It was the perfect place to explore our sense of touch. Come along with me. Now I'm on Newcastle Island, so I'm pretty sure I can find some things to touch here. I can sure smell the ocean air. Now, if we had the time to count, we could count the rings on this tree to see how old it is. But it is the coolest thing to touch. It's different. They're a little smoother there, I think, because they're closer together. And then look at over here. Okay, check out this tree. Now, the older a tree gets, thicker its bark gets. And rougher it gets. Feel that and all the different textures I'm feeling on just one tree. You see this stuff here? I'm not going to touch it. But if I did, it would be sticky. That's the sap on the tree. There's a sticky feeling. Hello. Come here, Stevie. If you could feel in here, for some reason, it's smoother than the outside of the tree. Somebody pulled all these shells out. Aren't they nice? Oh, look at this one. And they get so bleached out in the sun. And this one, can you see? Little mollusks in there. Oh, they're sharp. You wouldn't want to step on those. Look at this rock. Oh, there's a cool shell to look at. I don't think you can be talking about the sense of touch without reaching out and touching on arbutus tree. And look, oh, that hurts. Like the little prickly things as it comes off, as the bark comes off. And then underneath, so smooth. You just have to reach out and touch an arbutus tree. Now, very often, our sense of touch seems to be with our fingers. How about with our toes? Oh, that is so warm and soft. Now, the sand is a great feeling. Love it. What do you think? Can I walk on all of these broken shells? Let me see. Ow. Okay, yeah, that's sharp. Prickly is the word. Sharp. What else? Oh, look. There's something stuck in my foot. Oh, that is definitely prickly. Okay. Now this is a lovely purple flower. Do I want to touch it? Holy. You guys, that is so sharp.
Yeah.
Like all the way down. You don't want to step on that, and you don't want to touch it. This is a painting of a painting by Emily Carr, who's a famous artist from British Columbia. And I always loved her work because she paints like I think it would feel like. This is another one of her paintings. And so is this one. What's pretty cool is that I'm actually in the main street in Chemainus. And look, they've got all these murals everywhere. I want to reach up and touch them, but I don't think you're supposed to. Here's another painting of a painting by Emily Carr. And this one, I can reach out and touch. Look at this. Do you see the texture in there? And yet, when I touch it, it all feels the same. But in her art, I feel like I should know what the texture of it is. Okay, since I'm thinking about the sense of touch, as I walked by, I noticed this statue. I need to touch this statue. Let's go. Spirit of the Earth. That's what she's called. Can I get you a good picture of it? And look at the bottom of it. I want to just go up and touch it. Oh, I love the fish. They are so smooth. And then this part, it feels like I'm on the beach, kind of. And then, oh, that is all about my sense of sight and my sense of touch. And don't you just want to reach out? I'm going to do it. I have to touch her hair. And the bird at the back. Oh, I can't reach her hair. But it doesn't look. Okay, there's her hair. And then come down here. Oh, I'm so glad I got to bring you along. And then, look who's over there. We'll get a little closer to this guy, see what he's thinking about. There's so much to see in this lovely town. Check out this lovely couple. I don't know what they're made of, but I think they've been sitting here for a while. I don't know what they're made out of. I love the way it feels. So soft on the petals. And then soft but rougher in the brown part. And then the very middle is different. And wait till all the sunflower seeds come in. 3 different textures in this one flower. Thanks for coming along with me as I journeyed through my sense of touch. It's so interesting how when we focus on something specific, all of a sudden we find ourselves experiencing things that we just didn't think about before. So I'm looking forward to the next few weeks because I have some other videos from my travels that I want to share with you. There are many stories in the Bible and many examples of the importance of touch. Think about all the times that we've read about or heard about Jesus reaching out and touching someone and healing them, or reaching out and touching them and welcoming them. There's the one story of the woman who just reaches out and touches the hem of Jesus' garment and she is healed. The power of human touch is so important and so difficult right now during these times of COVID. We have to be so careful of other people's space, of minding our own space. We want to be safe. We want to stay healthy. We can't directly reach out and touch people. There won't be very many people that we can reach out and hug. So I think that it makes what we say and our actions, or how we treat people, and how other people see us behaving, even more important. Through our words and through our actions, we can help others feel the warm embrace of God's loving touch.